everybody, welcome. We are here continuing our journey here in Las Vegas once again, and today we are headed over to Carmine's Italian restaurant. It is my favorite Italian restaurant on the planet. I forgot they had one here in Las Vegas. I've only been to the ones in New York City, so I'm pretty excited about this. You excited? You do not want to miss this episode. It's going to be the best Italian food you've ever seen. All right, so let's talk about Carmine's. I am super excited to go here. This is my absolute favorite Italian restaurant on the planet. They actually have 6 locations. They have 2 in New York City, 1 in Atlantic City, 1 in DC, 1 here in Vegas, and then they have 1 in the Bahamas. So however many that was, 5, 6, I don't know, I lost count. But I'm sorry, this is my favorite Italian restaurant. It's been around, it originated in New York City. Every single time I go to New York City, I have to stop at Carmine's. Now, usually I go to the one on Times Square. It's not the original. The original one is on Upper East Side, but Times Square is just easy to get to, so I always stop. No matter what, every trip to New York City, I have to stop at Carmine's. It's absolutely the best Italian food on the planet. I have tried it all. This is the best, in my opinion. Now, one of the interesting things about Carmine's is one of the big original places that did family-style Italian. They brought family-style Italian to New York City. It really made it popular. So all their food here is family style. So whenever I go to New York City, I go into the restaurant by myself sometimes. I order and they're like, you know this is family style, right? And I'm like, oh, I know, bring it on. And they bring me this ginormous plate of pasta meant for 3, 4, 5 people. And I crush the whole thing. Not really. I usually end up crushing about a quarter of it. And then I take all the leftover food and then I go down somewhere in New York City and find somebody on the streets or somebody who is hungry, and I donate the leftovers to them. So they did, not too long ago, a few years ago, introduce individual portion sizes for lunchtime. I don't know if they have them at dinner time or not, but lunchtime they introduced individual size portions, which is actually really nice because a lot of people for lunch are by themselves, or maybe they're just with a coworker, and you don't really want to get this giant family style menu family plates. Now, I will tell you, their family size meals are enormous. Even their salads, I feel like could feed 10 people. So we're gonna head on inside, and I don't know what we're gonna see. I don't know if we're gonna get individual portions, or if we're gonna get family style portions today, because we're in Vegas, and I don't know if it's the same here as it is in New York City. I'm assuming. Now, I did notice already, right off the top by walking by, is that they have digital menu boards. The Carmine's in New York City actually have paper. It's like they don't hand out a menu at your table. You just have to look up on the walls. And the ones in New York City actually have like this sort of like printed out paper, like giant poster on the wall of their menu with all their prices. Here I noticed it's a digital menu, and I also noticed the prices aren't on the digital menu. So I'm curious to see where the prices are going to be, or if they're going to give us little individuals, or if we do on like QR codes to see the menus. I don't know. I did notice that one difference so far, but we are here super early for lunch. It is completely empty in there. Usually this place is packed and it's really hard to get into, but because we're here right when it opened for lunch, I think we're going to have the whole restaurant to ourselves.
My first impressions of this place is it's just really nice and really cute, kind of like dark Italian, like dark wood. Some of the pictures that they have hanging on the walls remind me of how my house was decorated in Ohio. They're not the exact pictures, but I swear there's a couple that are pretty close. So that's what it reminds me of. It smells good in here. There's not anybody in here yet because we literally walked in as soon as it opened, and it's a Monday. So they're all getting ready to serve everyone. They brought us our bread pretty quickly, and it looks so good. Yeah, and one plus that they have Diet Coke here. It's the first time we've been to a place outside of just buying a bottle from like the gift shop or something that they've had Diet Coke. It's been Diet Pepsi everywhere, and Pepsi Zero. So I'm excited. I was prepared to have iced tea, but they have Diet Coke.
Okay, so as I was talking about when I walked in here, before we came in, I was talking about how they don't have menus usually at the table, but they actually were providing them here So we have a menu, not only just the menus on the walls, and the prices are actually on this menu, so that's good. I'm guessing the prices change here periodically, so they don't feel like updating it on the wall, and they just give you this. But I will say these prices, these are all family style portions. She said they do not have personal size portions here at Las Vegas like they do in New York City. So that's one thing good to know. So let's go through the menu. There's a ton of stuff on it. They've got lots of different appetizers, garlic bread, zucchini, clams, mushrooms, lots of different things. You can see these prices. So you see like these spicy wings, it's $48.95. Again, that's family style. Everything, even the appetizers, salads, everything are gonna be family style. So you actually get a lot of them, and the portions are very large. Caesar salad is $33.95, but again, it's absolutely humongous. They do have a raw bar, clams, shrimp cocktail. Then they have lots of different pastas, and each one of the pastas can be made with angel hair, linguine, penne pasta, spaghetti, or rigatone. And then you choose a style. So they have garlic oil, marinara, penne alla vodka, pomodoro. They got rigatoni, spaghetti meatballs. Well, just meatballs. You can put it on any pasta you want. Sausage, bolognese, lots of different things. They also have manicotti and lasagna, calamari. Lots of different things. They've got a whole chicken section, chicken parm, scallopini. You've got veal, seafood, lots of seafood options, shrimp scampi, yum. Never had the shrimp scampi here, but I bet it is fire. Let's check out the steak section. They have porterhouse. I don't know, again, these are all market price. 45-ounce porterhouse. 45 ounce, oh my goodness, that is enormous. But again, it's family style, so 45. That reminds me of the old 96 ouncer from the Great Outdoors.
Bon appetit.
I bet that steak's huge. Vegetables, sides. Again, I can't hardly justify getting a lot of this unless you have a large party. Then you can maybe get some of these sides for sure. Then they have a bunch of desserts. $28 for tiramisu. I don't know what the Titanic is. I bet it's something very, very ginormous. All right, it's been so long since I've been at Carmine's. It's been a while since I've been to New York City because of COVID and everything. I haven't been there for a couple of years. I forgot that you got bread. And the bread is awesome.
I was excited for the bread because one of them looks like pizza bread. I don't know if it is, but that's what it reminds me of. I'm going to try it first. There's different kinds, and I'll probably try all of them. Oh, and this one might be garlic. That one might actually be my favorite. We'll see. And there's different kinds. There's like rye, which Steve won't eat. And they also sat vinegar and oil on the table, so you can put as much on your plate as you want for dipping, which I'm excited about. So I'm going to go ahead and try this because I've wanted to taste it since they set it down. I taste garlic. It's really good. It's really soft. Like I don't know if you can tell. It's like very, 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 very soft. Like almost like sandwich bread soft. Like it's not like crusty or anything, but it's really good. And I think there's Parmesan maybe or a Romano on top I'm tasting. I don't really taste that much sauce. I taste like garlic and like cheese. I thought I was gonna taste like pizza sauce or spaghetti. He might, but for some reason I don't taste it. So. And this one's a little this one's crustier. And chewier and hard to bite. I like this one a lot.
Is it good?
I like them both a lot. The bread is trouble. It's a trap.
It is a trap. Yeah, I think it's awesome. They give you different kinds of bread. I mean, there's like five different types of bread.
Oh, let me see.
In that basket.
Actually, this is rye. I love rye bread. Lots of people don't like it. It reminds me of my dad. My dad always bought me rye bread. That's what this is. It's like it's a light colored fry bread.
My only hard part is trying to figure out which pieces of bread I want to get. And I will say, they have phenomenal appetizers here. I never get into the appetizers because the bread is so good. And the fact that I can put unlimited balsamic vinegar on my plate and lather my bread in it, that's a home run right there. So we ordered, and we got the spaghetti and meatballs, just straight up. I mean, nothing fancy. Spaghetti meatballs. I asked for a lot of extra sauce on the side. You know me and sauce. And to me, if this is the same as what I'm used to getting in New York City, their sauce is the best, hands down. And I'll show you why once we get it. It's not just like a straight marinara sauce, so I really hope it's the same as it is in New York, or I'm gonna be super disappointed.
The spaghetti came. It's huge. I feel like it's as big as my body. It's definitely bigger than my head. It's like bigger than mine and Steve's heads put together. So it looks really good. And the Parmesan's on the table, which I always prefer when the Parmesan's on the table. And he actually said it's Romano. So, and I prefer Romano. It's aged longer. I don't know, it just has a little bit more flavor. So I'm excited to eat. I'm just excited to eat.
I'm with you on the Parmesan. I mean, I get the whole like freshly shaved Parmesan.
Just give me the cheap one.
But like,
It can even be off-brand.
it gets awkward for me
It
because
does.
they're
I'm
like,
oh my gosh, he's one
they're
of
like,
those.
tell me when, and I'm like, you're gonna be here a while. Like,
I even
a
hate this,
while.
what he's doing right now. Stop.
It does get awkward, so I'd prefer just to have the shaker cheese, thank you, on the table. Yeah, this pasta looks absolutely amazing. It looks the same as what it does in New York City, and it smells the same. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Oh, I can't even lift it. It's so heavy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't lift it. Oh my gosh, check this thing out. I'm just gonna do this. It's absolutely huge, and it smells so good. And it has all this stuff in it. Let's just show it to you. Oh man, it looks so good. And they give you there's 6 giant honking meatballs on here. So the spaghetti meatballs come with 6 meatballs. You get this giant spoon and fork to sort of like mix it up with. I mean, it just looks so good. But what I wanted to show is, you see this meat right here? See if I can get it zoomed in here. It's like this pulled pork or something. Not pulled pork, but like shredded beef. That's probably the right thing to say. In the sauce itself, there's all this stuff and like a lot of like shredded beef and tons of like, you can see just like these hunks of garlic in here and all these like basil in this thing. And so when it says a marinara sauce, it is not just your standard marinara tomato sauce. I mean, it's got like a very delicious beef flavor to it. And usually the noodles are perfectly cooked and al dente. So I don't know. We're gonna dig into this. We'll stir it up and yeah, let's get it on our plate so we can get it into our stomachs.
Try it. I always tell Steve to give me as little sauce as possible. The only sauce I really like a lot of, and mostly sauce, actually is Steve's spaghetti. His meat sauce spaghetti. He makes it like my mom used to make it, and I just love it. If we go out to restaurants and I get pasta, I get the least amount of sauce. I'm the opposite of him, which it works out if we share because he gets all the sauce. So. Sorry, I got on my chin. I love the way the noodles are cooked. There's not too much sauce for me. It tastes really good. I am gonna put Parmesan on mine just because that's what I do. But yeah, it's really good. I don't think it's too tomatoey. The one time we came, he had tried it, and he loved it. And when he went to New York and he brought us, and he got the wrong thing. It was super tomatoey, and I didn't like it.
For some reason, I ordered the pomodoro, which
like,
pomodoro means tomato sauce.
I was like, ew, I hate this. Secretly, I don't even think I told him.
And the kids didn't like it either, and I ordered the wrong thing. So don't do the pomodoro. Pomodoro, I liked it because it was literally just chunks of tomato and oil and stuff. But if you really want the bussin' pasta sauce, which is this, you want to get the marinara. And the spaghetti meatballs, which is what we got, has the marinara sauce with all the beef and the flecks and garlic and all that stuff in it. Yum. Well, I'm glad you liked it this time. I'm glad because I always talk it up, and she's never had the correct one, so she got it today. So I was worried she was going to say it's too tomatoey because I love tomatoey sauce, but it's not. It's perfect.
Definitely not. Yep.
Yay! And by the way, you look really cute. Look how cute you look.
Well, that's just I got two new outfits right before this. So
Yes, she did.
I'm glowing from that.
We were a little bit late to the reservation because she was still shopping.
I was very late. And I kind of want to go back in there.
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
Speaking of sauce, despite the massive amount of sauce that they put on the pasta, oh yeah, I got a giant thing of extra sauce, and I will be lathering it all over my spaghetti. Oh yeah, lathering the sauce on. I gotta have that extra sauce, you know me, and I'm telling you, the sauce looks so good. There's no such thing as too much sauce for me on a pasta. There just isn't. There just isn't. I've never run into a situation where there's too much sauce. So I'm gonna give it a rip. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Let's do it. Ooh, man, it's so good. It's so good. A waiter just came by as I was eating and saw just in my face how I literally was in love. I mean, this, I don't know what to say. It's my absolute favorite of all time. The noodles are perfectly cooked, al dente, like perfection. The sauce has this delicious tomatoey, garlicky, basil-y flavor with these like flecks of like rich beef flavoring in it. It's almost like a bolognese sauce flavor because it's got this delicious meat flavor to it. I'm not a huge fan of ground beef, especially I do not like ground beef in pasta usually, but it's got this like shredded beef in here that just kicks it up a notch. I love it, but it's not too much. It's not like loaded with that shredded beef. Maybe their bolognese, the meat sauce, the ragu or the meat sauce that they actually had, maybe it has hamburger, maybe it has this like, I don't know, more of this like shredded beef. This is the perfect amount for me. It's a little, like it's got a little hit of salt to it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I've eaten so much good food in Las Vegas. To me, this I knew this was going to be my favorite, absolute favorite. I love it. I could eat this every day of my life. Man, it's good. But one thing I haven't talked about is the meatballs. So this one right here, not a big fan of meatballs.
I ain't trying it.
So she's not even going to bother. I'm going to try it because I love their meatballs here. They have some of the best meatballs on the planet. All their meatballs are absolutely homemade. These are not frozen meatballs. These are not, dusty, busted meatballs. I mean, if you just look at them, they've got like a delicious, amazing texture to them. They've got all these seasonings in there. Oh my gosh, they're so good. Let's give it a rip. All right, meatball, don't fail me now. Let's do it. We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're scum! We suck! I don't even know how it's possible to make a meatball that good. There's just something about their meatballs. Their meatballs have like a smooth texture to them. I don't know how to describe it. It's not like usually meatballs can be like hard, like a hard beef or hard like sausagey texture to it. I mean, theirs are like butter. I mean, you cut through it and it's like butter. It has like a smooth texture to it. And it's got this delicious like garlicky, I don't even know, maybe it's like there's breadcrumbs all through it or something. There's something in it that just makes it smooth, garlicky flavor, nice little salt, little basil. Oh my gosh, the flavoring is absolutely spot on. out of this world, off the charts. Best meatball ever. Woo! Wow. Now that was some good Italian food.
It was really good.
It was phenomenal. You know what? I just realized we haven't had a bad meal in Las Vegas.
No.
I've heard that the food in Vegas is good. They were not kidding. I mean, everything we've gotten. It is endless. You could spend a lifetime trying all the restaurants here. You still wouldn't get through it, I'm telling you. There are so many restaurants. And they are all fantastic, but I gotta tell you, Carmine's still holds up for me. Best Italian food I've ever had on the planet, just as good here. I'm a huge fan. I'm just curious if anybody else has ever been to Carmine's. What's your favorite Italian spot? I wish they had a Carmine's in Orlando. So, hey, Carmine's, if you're thinking about expansion, Orlando would be a great place. Lots of tourists, lots of people like to eat Italian food, so I'm just saying. But have you ever been there, Carmine's? Some people have been to the Atlantis Hotel. They do have one in the Atlantis of Bahamas. I'm curious if you've ever been there. So let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. Tell us what you think. Until we see you next time, the Noble Way.
It's the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.